What's happening, traders? You're here with JD Trades, and I'm bringing you this morning's outlook. So, a couple of setups. We're gonna, of course, have a little browse through, a little relaxing moment here, and take a look at our current pairs and take a look at exactly what's been going on. So far, we have taken out this weekly high. Now, the new areas of liquidity will, of course, be the overall high, which is sitting above here. But then, of course, we do have this area here as well. Okay, so in that regard, those are the areas to, of course, take a look at when and where price gets there. We do have this massive weekly imbalance, okay, that we do need to work into at a later date. Then we've also got this weekly high here as well, which is also going to be our area of liquidity. So we got three areas of liquidity, okay, so far to work with. We are stuck in a little bit of a range, okay? It's not the strongest range, but it's just a little bit of a range. Now, at the moment, kind of looking at the line chart here to see exactly what price is doing, I would like to kind of see this come down a little bit before we actually start to rally up higher. Now, we may not get a potential deep pullback or deep retracement of the dollar anytime soon. And that's, to be honest, guys, that's perfectly okay. I don't actually have a problem with that. So, Euro USD, let's take a look at the picture on the 1 hour. Okay, since Friday, okay, Friday's close. We had an extension of Thursday's price action on Friday, right? Monday and Tuesday, we've kind of stayed inside this range. We have dipped beneath the low ever so slightly once again. However, we are kind of stuck inside this area. I do want to see price kind of come back to Thursday's range. Now, we'll take a look and see if that happens today. It doesn't necessarily have to, in all honesty, and that's perfectly okay. You know, the main move was this pullback, and then price, of course, take out the low and this weekly area as well. Now, also turning your attention over to the weekly areas for Euro USD, which is, of course, the inverse picture of the DXY and the dollar. So far, just looking for this to really just extend lower. We may potentially, I'll just delete this area. We may potentially get a test of 1st of April's weekly low. Okay, we may push up, test the low, and then stretch down lower. That is a potential. The low of this weekly candle is 107,246. Okay, so 107,246 is somewhere around here. 107,246. Yeah, so it's right here. Okay, so we may potentially get a pullback up, which is, to be honest, is the area that I'm looking out for. That's my whole premise behind waiting for price to actually get to a higher area before potentially looking at some shorts. May look for some potential session candle entries and whatnot to actually potentially get some entries for this. So gold at the moment, guys, we've been rallying for quite some time. Okay, we've held this 4 hour eye candle here. 1, 2, 3, push, made a new high, pull back down into it, and we've pushed once again. Now, we may get this actually taken out the high one more time. Of course, you know, because we are at all-time highs, you know, there's no real data to the, well, there's no data to the left of us to work with to actually gain a better understanding of what's going to happen in the future, but we're using all the resources that we can possibly use. So for the time being, we do have this 2 hour slash 1 hour candle up here. Okay, we can work inside this area, but it's very, very high risk in terms of actually seeing this move play out. We may potentially get some shorts from this candle here. Now, what seems more likely, okay, or higher probability is price, of course, dropping down. Maybe we get a buy at this area here. However, if we can drop down to these areas inside of here, catch a buy inside of there to actually take out this high, that's what looks probable to me for the time being. Next up is going to be pound dollar. Okay, same picture for pound dollar with Euro USD. Looking for a push higher. Okay, to of course test last week's low and potentially catch some shorts from that area there. So looking at the daily slash weekly picture on the dollar, we are approaching this weekly candle, and I believe we have just about tapped into it. Okay, right there. Now the weekly picture slash even the monthly picture doesn't look as clean as the euro. Okay. Now, the main thing I can say to you is that we did break this monthly higher low, okay? We came down, we created a lower low, created a lower high. So realistically, this should come and take out this low here. Okay, if we're looking at things from a structural perspective, that's what we should see happen on the monthly. Okay, so that means eventually we should clear out this weekly candle and we should take out these lows here. Now, it's less likely for that to happen. Of course, EU is a lot closer to those lows than GU is. Okay, this is about 400 pips. We may potentially need some sort of economic event to be the catalyst of that potential push to the downside. Now, pound dollar might be better for the shorts. As you can see, we do have a daily candle sit inside of here, which is a lot stronger as it is on the higher time frame. Now, just taking a look to see if we do have anything else. So we do have retail sales for the dollar on Friday. So we've got today, Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday, and of course Friday. I do believe trading is going to be relatively smooth this week. I don't believe it's going to be um, any more crazy. Of course, last week was the president. So this week, I'm just looking for some slight pullbacks and a potential continuation. Okay, maybe we look for some longs this afternoon for New York session, and then come towards, let's just say, come towards tomorrow, New York, we get some, of course, shorts to the downside. But other than that, I don't really have any other pairs to kind of walk through with you guys. GJ's kind of already played out. It's doing its own thing. USD CAD, we may get a potential pullback on USD CAD at this 1 hour area here. Okay. We do have this 1 hour area here, and yes, it can definitely react out of there, but I'd like to see it actually drop low or take out the low here and then give us the move to the upside. That's what would be ideal and kind of the picture that I'm looking for the dollar to do. So of course, we've got these two down candles here on the 8 hour. We've got this nice 8 hour imbalance as well. So I want to see at least this low get taken and then we potentially rally even further to the upside. Okay. USD CAD is very close to these highs here. So, those are the overall targets. And with the dollar taking out that weekly swing high, okay, over here, we should see USD CAD take out those highs. We should see GU and EU take out some key lows as well. So far, so good in terms of price action, in terms of the play at the moment. Of course, we'll reconvene at a later date, and I'll be looking for some trades to, of course, send out to our community, and hopefully you all take some of these lit trades. Other than that, it's been your host, JD Trades. See you guys in the next one. Peace.